you a story about a man who was, call him a man, a woman, could be anything. But his name was Treatment as Prevention. And this man came to my little village called Kenya, in the year 2012. He was introduced to us, at least formally, in 2012. And we did a lot of work with other people, but in 2013 we picked up the work that they were doing. And since this guy called Treatment as Prevention was so great, 96% of the people really liked him, and we decided that, hey, how about going to introduce this guy, Treatment as Prevention, to everybody else? So the first thing that we did was, since there was this election for the chief in my village, there were a couple of people who were saying that they wanted to be chief, and we decided, hey, why not just take this agenda that this guy has to these people and have these people tell it and agree to do things that have been said by Treatment as Prevention to the other villages. And in the beginning, what happened was these guys who wanted to be chief were protected by these big warriors and we couldn't get to them, or they used to attend really small, really big village meetings where you couldn't really access them. So we decided to round up a couple of villages and we went with them and we tracked them down day and night. We were always at their meetings where they were going to attend and have local drink and talk to the people. And we were front and center, and we would carry this leaves that we'd write information in and say, this is what we want you to talk about, this friend of ours. We want you to talk about the things that this friend of ours offers and how you can help out. And by the end of March 5th, when the election took place, 3 of the really big participants in this election agreed and said a bunch of things about this guy, Treatment as Prevention. But unfortunately, the guy who really wanted to say something, the guy who won, did not. But the information that these other guys had said really sunk in, and from the work that we did with the other villagers, we were able to get really concrete information that we were going to take forth to the people who are working with the guy who became chief. So the election came, it went. We knew there was other things that we needed to do to introduce this friend of ours to the rest of the village. And what came up next was a paper. Pretty big, it's written every once a year by a bunch of guys from a far-off village alongside people from our own village. And so this time we decided this paper had been written by, it almost was a secret society. And we wanted to be part of this society so that we were able to impact the work that it was doing. So we were able to gather up the council of elders that we were working with in the village, and we sent a smoke message to the head hut, called Oga. And we said we wanted to be involved in this process, and this is a really important thing, and we think we can contribute. So at the end of it, they agreed to let a few more people in, and they agreed to write a few things about our guy, Treatment as Prevention, which was great. So this gets finished, and we are looking at each other, wondering what else to do, and this guy, another big paper comes along and says, wait, we are restructuring, and we need to pilot this new paper with you guys, since you've been a really big part of this paper before. So we'll give you a few goats so that you're able to make this happen. So the Council of Elders comes together once again and says, so what do we want to say, what do we want to write in this paper? What articles are we going to put in this paper? And we have this huge list written down. And we say, what do we do? We can't just take this to this team, the paper writing team, but we need to share it with other people so we have a lot of voices. So we go back to the chief and the people who are working for the chief, and we give them the same letter and we say, this is what we want on this paper. We still want our guide to treatment prevention. We want to introduce this new amazing people into this into the group that writes the paper. So at the end of it, we get we put in all the articles that we wanted into the paper. We introduce a couple new folks onto the writing team, and by the end, actually the beginning of this year, we found out that everything that we wrote in the paper went through, and plus the system is growing, which is great. So now we have another, maybe about 2-3 months, we decide what to do. We could either go for the village dance, or we could just sit around. So we decide to work with the chief and say, hey chief, there's a couple more things that we have to do in the village to do with introducing this guy treatment as prevention. And we need a lot more goats to do it. So again, we use the same group of people and we send another smoke message to the chief this time. And we say, hey, when you go out there to the other villages that represent us, please say that you want to put in a few more goats to introduce treatment as prevention. And he goes out there and this amazing thing happens. He said he wants to give 2 million goats to the process to introduce treatment as prevention. So it's not like we didn't have a few challenges, we did here and there. But I wanted to mention only the good things. Okay, so I think that's it from me.